What's coming in?
So
What's
yesterday I started telling you about the Chief Justice's, the Enhanced Chief Justice Mentoring program, which is geared towards inspiring, in fact, young people, students, and people underprivileged people. Yesterday, there was a climax of this whole activity with the moot court competition at the Supreme Court. You needed to be there to witness how senior high school students set out in the courts, arguing as lawyers, presenting their case, irrespective of where they belong to. One is the defense counsel, or the attorney general's representative, and the other is the defense counsel, putting together an accused person before the court, defending. One of them is prosecuting, the other is defending. Of course, it was very exciting scenes, and the way and manner this whole thing panned out at the High Court, the Supreme Court yesterday was one that bode well for the future. In fact, at the end of it, it was Accra Senior High School that won the moot court competition. They had 64% as against SOS International College, who came second. In fact, they were given some plaque and then cash prizes and certificate to show. Of course, receiving this for the first time from the Chief Justice. And in fact, this is part of a plan to enhance that program. Previously, since 2008 when it started, the student will be called to the Supreme Court and then they are allowed to be spoken, they are mentored, they are spoken to and all that. But this time, CJ is piloting what we call a class. So she has launched some clubs in some of the schools, Legon Presec, Accra High School, Chemu Senior High School, Senior High Technical School, Tema Senior High School, and all that. So they came together, and at the end of the day, it was the Accra High School that won the competition yesterday. But in fact, let's just go and see how the judges announced the results yesterday after the competition.
Yes, so at the end of the deliberations, this is what we have. SOS had 55%. And then Accra High had 64%.
Yes. All right, so that was the announcement.
That was the announcement.
Yeah.
But what does it mean? I mean, after this competition, moot court, and then what? Are they going to select certain students?
So it is also to help their career path. So they have assigned judges, lawyers to these schools to train them, to take them through. And you also learn things about the judiciary. But it was very interesting to be there when you hear them ask questions. They visited some of the court and they were asking questions. So why do we do this in the court? Why they don't do that? Why are judges wearing wig? Why do we bow before? Why do we have the Ghana coat of arms? So they learn all this. So by the time they are done schooling, they are clear what kind of career path they want to choose. Right. And those who don't know so much about the judiciary also get the opportunity to learn. A question came and was like, why is it that the legislature and then the executive are every day all over the place? I don't hear of the judiciary. The opportunity for them to learn about all this. But of course, the Director General of the Ghana Education Service sent a representative yesterday to the function to go. And that's what they said. They said, look, having looked at the program and witnessed what has happened, we want the initiative to be upgraded to reach the status of the National Science and Maths Quiz so that there will be a national competition of that nature. Let's hear from the rep of the Director General of the Ghana Education Service.
May I humbly use this rare opportunity to make a request? We really appreciate the formation of the class in the 5 schools, and we know you have the intention to open more. I will humbly then plead if you could urge your justices in the regions and the districts to set up at least 1 club in the school per year. And I know that in the next 2 or 3 years, we will have such a club in every school in the country. That will be similar to the National Science and Maths Quiz. That we could have a live program streaming everywhere, and people will be bragging to make sure that they are still winning.
All right, so
that's the representative from the Director General of the Ghana Education Service saying that, look, We want to see this at the national level. And let's hear a response from the Chief Justice. Is she welcoming that call? Let's hear her.
I came up with the idea of the Justice Clubs because of the value I found in clubs when I was in secondary school. They were places for fun to begin with, but apart from the fun we had there, we learned many things. We learned skills, we learned how to be friends, we gathered knowledge, we learned how to appropriately apply external information beyond that which we were being taught in the school curriculum. And as I pondered on how Ghana can deepen its appreciation of the rule of law and the understanding of law and the understanding of justice, I thought to myself that a good intervention would be to start these justice clubs. And I do so appreciate the comment from the representative of the Director General of Ghana Education Service, and I know that now the Ghana Education Service has come along. I mean, the work is done.
So the CJ is now happy that the GS has come along.
The GS has come along, and so I think it's a good initiative.
Yeah, very good
it's a good initiative.
Now the job they ground.
In fact, when you were at the Supreme Court yesterday, you watch these young people.
The enthusiasm.
Law is beautiful.
I like that. Law is beautiful.
So yesterday,
wait until it catches up with you. Then you know whether it's beautiful or not.
And for me, it's about the confidence and the desire, the energy from the young people trying to make a case, right, to put their cases across. It was very exciting. And of course, the winning school, Accra Senior High School, yesterday they were there, they were represented. I've been speaking to them about winning that maiden. In fact, they were the first time.
Accra High.
Yeah, Accra High.
You're hearing voices, I know.
Some voices in the background in the studio.
Accra High Senior.
A suspect has entered
Accra
the
High
studio.
Senior High School.
Accra High School. Yeah.
So winners, Accra High School. I've been speaking to them. Did you know, or were you confident that this one you were going to win when they came in? And let's hear. The competition was very keen, but let's hear from what they had to say.
A lot of preparation, a lot of dedication, and by the grace of God, we're this far.
No, tell me, before coming, did you know that you were going to emerge winners?
Well, we were in confidence, and by the grace of God, we have emerged out because we put in a lot of hard work and a lot of time, and by the grace of God, we came out victorious.
With the confidence of their team when they stood up in open court at the Supreme Court to do this for the first time, I'm sure a lot of you will be having a feel of the Supreme Court for the first time. How does this propel you for the future?
Well, it has given us this entire competition, not just today's part, but has given us expertise and things that we wouldn't be taught in the typical classroom, and has given us experience. As we say, experience is the best teacher. Who has taught us a lot and then prepared us so much for the future and everything that's ahead of us.
As students at the various senior high schools, we've seen other senior high schools come here and all that. This is going to be at the next year. In fact, it's going to be. Come on again. True. Are you going to maintain this whole zeal to ensure that you are able to retain this trophy that you want today?
Absolutely. We have put in a lot of hard work, and then next year we promise to come back with the same energy, and Accra High School will remain higher and higher. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Your full name?
Sasule Winkwabda, please.
Okay, all right. And you are?
I am head prefect of Accra High School.
All right. Thank you.
Sure.
Okay, so that is the Accra High School winning the maiden edition of the Enhanced Chief Justice's Mentorship Moot Court competition here at the Supreme Court. Murtala, Inusah, GHOne. So Accra High School yesterday they made history by winning the very first of CJ's Moot Court competition. Yes,
the head boy of the Accra City. He looks like a judge.
He looks like a judge.
He looks like a judge.
Yeah.
Cross-examine the other party.
Oh, really?
Wow.
If he becomes a lawyer, he'll be very intimidating.
Yes, you know, very.
Even for his age, he looks intimidating to his colleagues.
The witness, for the witness to speak the truth. You know, you want to test the veracity of what the witness or the accused person has been saying. And a voice like that, He's got a very great future.
All right,
He
so
decided to enter into
law.
Yes,
so the mentorship program, we are pretty sure it will yield some very good results. I mean, if there was that kind of mentorship program when I was in school, probably by now you would have been calling me Latam Papanko
Esquire. Lawyer for title.
But it's not
you know, yesterday on my way home, I mean, I was listening to various media channels, and then when they are calling a lawyer, they say, "Oh, lawyer," so I say, maybe I need to add journalists to my I need to prefix my because
doctor.
Yes, doctor.
Doctor so and so.
Yeah, lawyer.
Lawyer so and so.
From today, call me journalist.
Even the engineers now to add ING.
You know, when we are calling
engineer doctor.
We prefix it with engineer.
So what? Say journalist Lily Mohammed.
Yes, please. That's my new name. Journalist.
Or presenter
No,
Lily
journalist. No, I'm a trained journalist. Journalist Lily Mohammed.
Lily Mohammed Juno.
That's it. Anyway. That's it. Anyway.
So yesterday you told us that Bishop Salifu Amoako will be in court.
Yes.
What happened?
So yesterday that case came up before His Honor Mr. Samuel Bright Akwa, but of course the prosecution was expected to complete the other processes by way of disclosure. They couldn't do that, so it's been adjourned to December 5.
All right.
For CMC.
And then
yes.
Yes. So I told you that the case. The prosecution is challenging the order for Anaswan Max to Nyantechi at the Court of Appeal. It is not yet done. So yesterday, the matter has been adjourned to next year. February.
Next year, February.
Okay.
All right. So what about the mates of Cecilia Dapa who allegedly stole money from under her bed?
Allegedly.
I said allegedly. Who stole money from under her bed and her wardrobe?
Yesterday was the day you gave
allegedly.
the tip about where you hide your money.
So if you come under my bed, you don't see anything. Right now, to this morning, I will show you people my pocket. Because the economy is.
So it means under his bed to tissues.
So yesterday, I indicated that it was coming on the yesterday.
Yeah.
And it was today. Yes, so Daniel Oseku, the husband of Madam Cecilia Dapa, is expected in a witness book for further cross-examination by Patience Bushi, the 18-year-old housemate. So that is what will happen before Justice Marie Louis Simmons.
And then Bishop Salifu Amoako is also back in court today.
So yesterday was the father. Today
is the son.
Today the son. The 16-year-old.
Yes. Tomorrow will be the Holy Spirit.
Is he on bail? The 16-year-old is he on bail?
He's not on bail.
He's still in custody.
Yeah, he's still on remand.
He's still at the Boster home.
Yeah, he's still at the Boster home. Okay. Not at the Boster home. So now it's more like a house arrest. It's in the home of a relative.
The home of a relative.
Yes, and then the security of all the officers are in charge.
But one thing was there a reasoning behind?
No, the law prescribes that when a person of that nature commits an offense, you either put him under the care of the parents or a relative, and then the prosecution or the security will make sure that the probation officers, in fact, will make sure that he is at where he has been kept, and anytime he's required in court, he's been brought.
But at what point was he kept under the care of a relative?
So it was after he was remanded into the Boster home. So the next adjournment, this case, every week, he has to come to court every week because he's a juvenile. And the case was supposed to have come on Wednesday, but because of the program, some of the, in fact, the magistrate handling the issue also involved in the moot court activities and all that. So today, that case will come. So after he was remanded into Boster home, the following adjournment, he was taken into the care
under the care of a relative. All
right. So
Ernest Thompson back in court.
Yeah, today a very big thing is happening because prosecution called 10 witnesses and closed their case. And of course, they are saying that having listened to all the witnesses who came to court to advance argument to make their case out, they do not think that sufficient evidence have been made for them to open their defense. So they made a submission of no case. And Justice Henry Anthony Kofi, who is a justice of the Supreme Court today, will make a determination whether a prima facie evidence has been established by the prosecution by way of the 10 witnesses they called, or there's nothing for the accused persons to answer. For that reason, or for which reason, Ernest Thompson and the 4 others will be acquitted and let go. So today it's a big ruling in relation to the Snate OBS case. Ernest Thompson and the 4 others will know whether to answer to the charges or will be let go in relation to that. So this case...
So it's a big day.
Yeah, it's a big day.
All right. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you to
Murtala Inusah. Thank you very much.